Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are looking at my newest custom, which is a concept design for a more modern slash realistic Red Hood. You guys know Red Hood's one of my favorite DC characters, maybe one of my favorite characters all around, so I was real happy to do this. One of my customers who's a habitual returning customer happened to be due up for a custom from my waiting list about the same time that I finished that Nightwing concept not that long ago. So he decided to change from what he was originally going to have me do and to have me make a concept Red Hood based very similarly, very closely on that Nightwing. So as you can see, we used the movie Captain America stealth suit, whatever it's called, Steve Rogers, whatever, Marvel Legends upper body, and the Winter Soldier lower body. And he got new hands. These are actually Boba Fett hands from Star Wars Black, 6-inch line. The gun holsters are from, and the head are both from the DC Collectibles I guess it's New 52 Red Hood, that one design that I don't like that I reviewed very recently. I like the head in some applications, like on this figure I think the head looks good. I'm not a huge fan of the modern design over the more round motorcycle helmet looking helmet, but this one I think works well, and this is what the customer wanted. He wanted this helmet with this kind of body styling, so that's what we went for. So for the upper body, I just basically repainted the whole thing to have three different shades of gray, 2 different shades of black, the bright red right here, which I made glossy, and then the red little accent pieces around on the rest of the body there, which is the non-glossy red. Then we have a very, very dark, almost wine-colored red hidden throughout on the underneath. We have it on the insides of the biceps, and then here, and then in various spots around the back. And it's also spread down here on certain parts of the pants, and just to tie in the red look. And then the pants are kind of a flat black. Most of it's a flat black. I wanted to go for a more realistic look, so didn't want too many shiny paints coming through at all. Didn't want it to look like leather except for these panels. And so most of it's flat black. Some of it's got kind of a satiny look to it, or a semi-gloss like on the gloves there. The boots have some gunmetal around the tips there and on the front. So I just tried to give it a really kind of practical look, something that might be usable in the movie verse, just like I did for Nightwing. And then I made a new belt, I sculpted a new belt for him, and we put a hole in his back because my customer wanted it to be usable on a Figma stand, so he can do that. So all the articulations is standard articulation, nothing really changed. I just had to swap out the lower body on the figure and give him new hands, and then repaint. And I sculpted the bat emblem on his chest. We needed to get rid of the Captain America logo, obviously, so we did that. And we wanted to go, well, I wanted to go with a really complicated looking bat. I just didn't like the way it turned out, so I made a real simple one and I showed it to the customer, and he was really happy with it. And I think it suits the figure well. It kind of fits the flow of the figure, and it's a more practical look anyway, so we went with that. As far as accessories go, he's got the 2 pistols that came with the holsters. So of course we've got the dual pistol wielding ability. So just some nice silver pistols. I added a little bit of red here and there, but those are pretty much good to go from the package. And then we had to give him some more weapons, of course, because why not? So I gave him some of these, which I wanted to make everything a flat black. I just think it looks really cool, and you guys know from my reviews I like flat black. So I went with that, and I added some silver details, accents, and some red. Put the red on the sides there. So we did that. He's got a shotgun, all red and black with silver again. And he's got a rifle. Gotta have a rifle. So detailed that up. And then lastly, he got 2 batarangs, which I made silver because I just thought it looked better. I went with black at first because most batarangs are black, but the silver looked better. Better composition when you put them in his hand. It's going to look better on a shelf with a silver batarang rather than a black one. The black one just kind of disappears. So I went with silver. So I think that worked out well. So that's pretty much the rundown of the figure. I'll go ahead and give you a height measurement. just in case you're not familiar with the base figures. He's about 6.5 inches tall. Stick around till the end here. I'll definitely post some photos so you guys can see this guy all posed up. This base body or mix of bodies is actually really good for posing, so real happy with that. And so that's about it. I don't think there's too much else for me to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And like I said, stick around for those photos. And make sure you like the video if you did. And subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.